You're watching The Daily on Shaw TV, Channel 4 in Nanaimo, Oceanside. I'm Kate Bergen, and today we are at Vibe Dance Studio. It's probably their busiest time of the year. We're going to find out why, and we're going to find out more about the vibe that goes on in the studios here. Also on the agenda today, we're checking in with our island chef, Michael Williams. He has some cranberry chai granola bars that he's going to be cooking up for us. Melissa Hall introduces us to a First Nations carver who is working on 2 welcome poles. And we're going to head down to Victoria. Jen Moranitz is hanging out with the Queen. There's a fashion show in Port Alberni of a sort. They're continuing their centennial celebrations there. And in honor of that, there are some ladies donning some period costumes in the workplace. Before we get to any of that, though, Kelly Robinson takes us into a world of dog obedience that at first looks like it's just regular dog obedience class, but it's not. These dogs are training for search and rescue. You're watching The Daily on Shaw TV, Channel 4. I'm Kate Bergen, and today we are at a Vibe Dance Studio. There's a bit of a freestyle circle going on here. We'll get into exactly what that is a little bit later. Sarah Stewart is the owner here at Vibe. Let's start with, what is this dance studio? How are you sort of standing out from what other dance studios in the area do?
Part of it, I think, comes with the fact that we're more of a community and a family. So I have a lot of dancers that come here and they look forward to being here, and they'll come hours early and they'll stand in the corner and they'll practice their moves before class even starts. And then at the end of the day, we're trying to kick them out and get them home because they just want to be here all the time. It's really cool to see the friendships that develop through them as well, and the passion that they have for dance itself is amazing.
I had the pleasure of seeing Vibe doing some dance out at a children's festival a few years ago, and it was fantastic. And the kids are so young. What are the ages, and who are the kids that come here?
Well, we do start at 3 years old, but you don't usually see those guys out in the community. I think the youngest we have is usually 8. But to be honest, the talent is there at 7 or 12, or we just like to bring them in and embrace it and get them out there. So really, it's all of them, and I just get to stand to the side and watch them do their thing.
Now, it's not ballet. It's not modern. What kind of dance do you do here?
Well, our main focus is hip-hop, but we are branching into other styles, which is really exciting. And so you'll see ballet or contemporary classes with boys in them, which is crazy because we have a real high population of boys, and they're expressing interest in different styles of dance. And they're learning how connected it all is, that, you know, it's kind of cool to do jazz or ballet as well as hip-hop.
What are they doing behind us right now? What is this?
This is kind of a typical day. This is our freestyle circle. So they have the opportunity just to go out and they do their own thing. They listen to the music and let it tell them what to do.
And it really showcases the supportive atmosphere here. Talk a little bit about, I guess, the family feeling that you have amongst all these non-related people.
Well, it is really exciting because they can come here and they know it's safe. So if they go out and they do something and maybe it doesn't go exactly how planned, they're not judged by it. You know, they're encouraged to be different. They're encouraged to be unique. If you stand out, that's when you get even more support. So it's neat to see them come into their own and develop their own style and their own way of movement.
Awesome. We'll come back with more from the Vibe Dance Studio on this edition of The Daily. In the meantime, there's a First Nations carver in the area who is working on 2 welcome poles. Melissa Hall will have that story. But first, we're heading down to the Royal British Columbia Museum because the Queen has arrived. Well, at least her photographs have. These guys couldn't wait to get started. You are watching The Daily. I hope I'm not in the way. On Shaw TV, Channel 4 in Nanaimo. I'm Kate Bergen. We are hanging out at one of the studios here at Vibe Dance. We're going to invite Sarah Stewart to come on over with her little buddy, sort of like a studio mascot, is he?
Pretty much, yeah. Where I go, he goes.
Yeah. These guys behind us couldn't wait to get started. They're very eager, they're very keen, and they've been very successful.
Yes, actually, this group's called Little Rascals, and in their last competition, they actually did get the second highest mark overall out of the whole event. So they're pretty pumped because the youngest one, I think, is 8 years old and goes up to 11 years of age. And some of them have been training for 1 or 2 years, but they're starting to really get into it and find their love of dance. So it's pretty cool.
You started Vibe 10 years ago, was it?
6 years ago.
6 years
yeah,
ago.
Yeah, this is year 6.
The success. I sort of watch from afar, admire from afar. Have you been overwhelmed by the success and the demand for what you do?
Oh my goodness, every day, yeah. Every day I wake up and it's kind of like I have to pinch myself some days because I can't believe the kids that come here and how many are here and how much they love dancing. I mean, it's the coolest job ever, to be honest. I mean, yeah, there's stressful moments, but I mean, I get to come here every day and see this, like.
And they come up and hug you. We were here and this girl just runs up, I love you, Sarah.
I know, if I ever feel bad about myself, if I have a bad day, I just need to come here. They all make me feel really good.
Now, it is a busy thing for you, and you're probably at the busiest time of year right now, coming up to year end. What have you got on the agenda? Where can we come out to the community and see what Vibe does?
Well, this Friday, we're going to be at the Relay for Life. Kids are performing around 7:30. And then the following Thursday, June 14th, we're going to be at the Caledonia Park for the celebrity football game.
Okay.
And then we have our year-end shows, Saturday, June 16th at the Port Theatre. And these guys will be performing in the 7:30 show. So pretty exciting stuff, and they love an audience. As you can see, they really like performing.
And then there's another one, the Youth Sticking Together Longest Street Hockey Game. You guys are performing there too. That's like June 28th or something?
Yeah, we'll be there as well, June 28th, I think at 7 o'clock again at the curling rink here in Nanaimo. July 1st, we're going to be at the Canada Day celebrations down at Maffeo Sutton Park. And then I think there's Silly Boat Regatta on the 14th or 15th of July and the Barbecue Festival. I don't know. They just want to perform, so it's great.
And how much time, finally, how much time does it take from these guys to be able to be ready to perform in all of these performances? Huge commitment.
Oh, definitely. Well, they start in September and they go straight through kind of like the school season runs. And, you know, some of them are in there 3 hours a week. Some of them are here 15 hours a week. But they're not only dancing here, they're dancing at home. They're dancing outside. Like I said, they come early and they're training and they get together and they train. It's something that they just love to do. So we just help them do it and support them any way we can.
Thanks, Sarah. It's been great sort of absorbing some of the fabulous energy that is here at Vibe Dance. In order to actually keep that energy going, maybe you need some healthy food tips. Michael Williams is here, our island chef, with some chai granola bars, cranberry chai granola bars. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I think I got a long way to go to catch up to these guys. That brings us to the end of this edition of The Daily. Thank you very much to Sarah Stewart. I've been admiring her from afar and watching all that she does in this community through Vibe Dance Studio. You can check out their website for all of the upcoming performances at vibranddance.com. I think I gotta get out of the way. Thanks for watching.